live stream, we are going to be the return of Daniel Bryan. So this is part 1.
I've never had it easy in WWE.
Okay.
Injuries.
That's all we needed. That you never had it easy. Versus John Cena. Okay, so we have to go against John Cena's easy claps. Easy claps.
I graduated high school. I moved from Washington down to Texas to train at
Nobody cares about your story. Dang it, we have to watch your story.
I was signed by WWE. When I first got signed by WWE in 2000, I had no idea really what to expect. Most of the guys on TV had been wrestling for years and years, and at that point I'd only been wrestling for 6 months. Since I was still really new to all this, I was sent to hone my craft in WWE's developmental territory.
What did I just press? I think I pressed the wrong one. Yeah, I pressed the wrong one.
Right after I graduated high school,
Okay.
I moved from Washington down to Texas to train
I
at
don't want to watch this again.
It wasn't too long after that I was signed by WWE. When I first got signed by WWE in 2000, I had no idea really what to expect. Most of the guys on TV had been wrestling for years and years. At that point, I'd only been...
Of course, they have Roman Reigns. Okay, so how do you do that? Objective. So press A, and then so press X for a front face lock, then hold R, and then press square R.
Welcome everybody to WWE. Look at Bryan Danielson. Is he done? Whoa, he works his way out.
A bit of a Houdini job right there.
He wants to do this in the ring. Oh, what a slam that hurt.
Okay, I think it's press X at the head of the ground.
This might be it. Oh my. Head scissors applied. Oh, look at this. Stomp. Good grief. John Cena's stock has really risen lately, so it's no surprise that he's now challenging Royal Rumble winner Brock Lesnar. Just 7 months ago, he made quite an impact on his... Back in control of Cena, right back to the arm.
Great strategy, weaken the more powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms. Bryan sticking to his wheelhouse, not taking any unnecessary...
I was never a fan of showboating, but there is a time and a place for it. Just ask Cena.
What a stomp! Good grief! John Cena is showing his strength there in the early going, getting the upper hand on Danielson.
Yeah, Danielson's got some technical skill, but he's starting to be overwhelmed by Cena's brute force. I know it's early, but he has to do everything in his...
Shoulders down. Digging deep for a kick out.
Gonna take more than that.
Dodges a bullet there.
Oh, nasty impact.
Long way down. He's too quick for him there.
And look at the quickness by Cena.
What a strike.
We're seeing that trademark ruthless aggression from John Cena, and it's overwhelming Danielson.
Danielson isn't used to the big stage, guys. John Cena with the early cover.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that. Wow, what a display of heart and determination. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
harsh impact.
Why do you keep on reversing that?
Just carrying the opposition here.
But you can't carry your opponent all day. You gotta make a move eventually.
Uh-oh. There's no way he's giving up now.
How does he keep doing this?
Still too fresh.
And Cena is feeling it right now.
Missile drop kick finds its mark. Panic start
Okay.
to set in for Cena. This could be a huge upset right here.
I'm seeing shades of Razor Ramon on Raw in 1993, guys. A high-flying nobody is about to beat one of WWE's best.
Cena,
This could do it. One. And a kick out by Cena.
Cena shakes off things like that in his sleep.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. If you're Bryan Danielson, what do you do at this point as he whips Cena across the ring?
Oh, Cena gets up a boot just in time.
And now John Cena looking to take over. Looking up, put Bryan Danielson where he wants him. And here's the cover. And he got him. Cena with the win over Bryan Danielson. Here's your winner, John
Valiant effort by Danielson, but Cena was just too much tonight.
A hard-fought victory tonight for Cena.
I love playing this thing because I don't like playing Daniel Bryan.
Guys would have parlayed competitive matches on heat and velocity into being signed full-time to WWE. But that's not how things turned out. It's like my wife Bree likes to say. If anything was easy for me, I wouldn't be Daniel Bryan. But before I could become Daniel Bryan, I was Bryan Danielson. And as Bryan Danielson,
Someone on the door.
over the course of 7 years, I won my first world championship and had some amazing matches against guys who went on to become major WWE superstars. Guys like Seth Rollins.
I was not expecting it to be a package. Okay. Okay, Bryan Danielson.
We're on the inaugural episode of NXT.
Okay. I got Mike Miz on. Perform a standing strike in front of Chris Jericho. How the freak do I do?
The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life. But that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Mrs. advice if he wants to survive here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Drop kick.
Oh, great height.
Nasty one right to the chest.
Boom, what impact. Bang! I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. What a slam!
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
Elbow drop, big time! I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. I have to admit the NXT rookies have been fairly feisty tonight with their WWE pros, to say the least. But there's been no bigger offender than Daniel Bryan.
A bit of ungratefulness shown on the part of Daniel Bryan. To say he wasn't pleased to have The Miz as his WWE pro was the real slap in the face tonight.
Returning to Daniel Bryan not wanting The Miz as his pro, I do see Bryan's point. Daniel has a...
He's got him covered. He got body on body there, but that's about it. Wow. On, he dodges out of the way.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Caught off guard. Oh, and a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
Look out here.
This is going to be bad for Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan just stopped dead in his tracks, man. He's in bad shape now. The cover. What do we got here? He caught him slipping. You know, Daniel Bryan comes out here and says he's been wrestling all over the world.
Is it the... yeah.
But honestly, who cares? I've never heard of him until he showed up at NXT.
Well, the things you've never heard of could fill the entire internet, Cole. All the WWE pros have heard of Daniel Bryan. This guy's been competing on the independent scene for 10 years. Daniel Bryan is ready to go in a lot of people's opinion.
There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy.
The corner standing. Okay.
Bringing it back into the ring. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at this.
What the freak is this springboard? Standing on the apron. Oh.
You know, Byron, I have to wonder if Daniel Bryan is still thinking about earlier tonight when his pro mentor, Miz, slapped him across the face.
Well, any man that gets slapped has got to carry that embarrassment for some time, especially with it coming on your first day on the job.
That's something Yoshi Tatsu taught you?
Okay.
Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. Look out. He's some sort of miracle.
boy.
See, I told you.
Oh, boy.
This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris.
Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, my God.
Heel hook is in.
Jericho's in trouble.
Jericho trying. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
He may have no choice.
He made it to the bottom rope.
You've got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan.
Did he win yet, Byron?
Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow...
If you guys can see that, I have a signature and a finisher ready. I just don't use it. That's the funny thing.
You would think a high-profile match with the World Heavyweight Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned to SummerSlam. When WWE called me, they said, hey, if you want to come back, that's for the main event of SummerSlam. Main eventing SummerSlam is so
Okay.
cool.
Look at the Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart. He's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's bell lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States champion.
Miz was saving himself.
You two brought up that acrimonious relationship between the Miz and Daniel Bryan. Miz abused Bryan, and Bryan fought back, taking Miz's spot in the SummerSlam main event, and then his United States Championship just a month later.
After laying dormant for a few years, The Miz and Daniel Bryan's hatred resurfaced in the infamous Talking Smack segment. After Daniel Bryan returned to action and pulled strings to get The Miz moved to SmackDown Live, you know this rivalry is far from over, even after 8 years. Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make Daniel Bryan worthy of being a WWE NXT Pro. Don't you think?
If Daniel Bryan ever becomes an NXT pro, then there's a 1% chance I'll continue doing that show. What kind of weirdo would ever take the champion into the cover, digging deep for a kick out?
So resourceful.
Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near-guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but he's only been on the roster for 8 months. Give him time.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he's got the shoulders down. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Too soon.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated 7 men to win Money in the Bank.
Hey, and that's impressive, but if Daniel Bryan was given those same kind of opportunities, he could be a tag team champion and a Money in the Bank winner.
Byron, you really ticked me off with that comment about The Miz being given opportunities like Money in the Bank. He earned those. And it's internet darlings like Daniel Bryan who everyone expects to get the red carpet treatment.
Oh, internet favorite or not, Daniel Bryan doesn't seem like the type to ask for chances. He's going to take them. And if not, then he'll demand them while trapping you in the LaBelle line. I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. And the guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Look at this. Miz.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Neck breaker.
Ouch. Can he end it here? Shoulders on the mat. Referee barely had time to begin a count there.
Too soon.
You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon. Anyway,
Michael, all it takes is one win to change your fortune. And Daniel Bryan looks likely to get that win tonight.
Okay, what is the thanks for store info? Payback. It's a finisher.
The Miz is calling for it. Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan?
And see, skull-crushing finale. There it is.
Oh, he got him.
Let's look at this again.
The champion into the cover. Yes, yes, The Miz wins. The Miz wins.
I didn't think you were going to say pin him.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
Daniel Bryan.
I want to see. Oh, I get 4 things. What happened to the people? Easy. Mission minigame. Oh, I didn't know.
The Miz and Daniel Bryan have been polar opposites throughout their careers, making for a fierce rivalry. But the weird part is that the indie darling Daniel Bryan began in WWE as a protege of reality star The Miz on NXT.
Miz and Daniel Bryan were teammates in name only. You know, some NXT pairings, like myself and Dolph Ziggler, had excellent pro-rookie relationships. Miz and Bryan, however, hated each other from the very start.
Missile drop kick finds its mark. Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat The Miz tonight.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Oh my gosh, what a dive!
Beautiful tope atomico.
Nicely done. He's going for it all. Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
What a stomp. Good grief.
I don't know why anyone's surprised at The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship has come to this. The Miz can never keep an ally on his side.
Ain't that the truth? Every person the Awesome One has won the tag titles with has ended up hating The Miz. Remember the night after Extreme Rules when the Big Show's KO punch ended Show Miz?
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
The 2U broke. And The Miz, the quick cover. It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
That's all right, Cole.
Oh my God. I can't even move sideways.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan is a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight.
Now with a neck breaker.
I reversed that.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but
the champion into the cover. Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there.
That would have been a shocker. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Keep your eye on this one.
I can't even reverse. That's not even fair.
Sharp drag.
This is like literally harder than the other one.
Ooh, what impact. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser like you, Saxton.
I agree with the end there, Cole, but the elimination may have been a blessing in disguise. While the rest of the NXT performers formed the Nexus, Daniel Bryan stood against their injustices in the main event of SummerSlam.
Incoming. He's making a statement here with this attack.
God.
We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh my God.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
He's gonna freaking kill me now.
I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Dan. Nice takedown of Dan. Got him with the S-lock.
This just might be enough for him to take the victory here.
But now, can Bryan make the most of this?
And he releases the hold.
I don't think he had it fully locked in.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
I'm gonna wait for him. Mike The Miz.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
my god.
The Miz's continued frustrations with Daniel Bryan have manifested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on tonight.
I'll tell you what, this is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at work or school, that's for sure. This is a... Look out!
Finally.
Here's the pin, title on the line! Here it comes, he's got him.
Okay.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh my god, he reverses my finish for one.
The Miz's grasp on the United States Championship is slowly slipping away.
No! Miz! Oh, nice takedown. Look at the lock it in. Lapel lock. The lapel lock is in.
This one is over.
The WWE Championship is on the line. I don't know what he has planned out here, but he must be mindful of the referee's count.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Dodges a bullet there.
Okay.
This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have a weak heart.
Big elbow.
Oh no, he's taken down.
No, I don't think he has much left.
Okay, how do I do that? Okay, so...
Nailed it.
Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
It could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at the Miz fight back. What a warrior. Oh. Here's the pin. Title on the line. 3.
What?
Yes, yes, the Miz wins. The Miz wins.
I landed on it.
Let's take another look at these guys in action.
Here is your winner, and
You call that
still
easy?
the United States Champion,
Harder.
The Miz.
Daniel Bryan
Harder than easy. It's harder than medium.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma. You got him! This one's over.
Targeting the chest, very effective.
Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but he's only been on the roster for 8 months. Give him time.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser. Like, the shoulders are down. He got body on body there, but that's about it.
Too soon.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Now, that'll do some serious damage.
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Elbow drop with authority. We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight? The NXT winner earned.
I can easily imagine it. Despite your thoughts, I believe that Daniel Bryan has many more main events in his future.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan, he's a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid to think what's going to happen next.
Breakneck speed, what a hurricanrana.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, man, right to the neck.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat The Miz tonight.
Beautiful technique.
What happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
The Miz is showboating, but I'm not sure this occasion calls for it.
Bad spot for him to be in here, guys.
He's got to do something to get back in this thing.
When this guy's on, look out.
Better stay right where he is.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring. He's not going to like this. Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey.
The yes lock! The yes lock is applied! That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. The Miz's chances just went from bad to worse. He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion!
No, it can't be.
Here is your winner, and the new
again. I'm gonna guess Chris Jericho again.
After I defeated The Miz, my WWE career really started to take off. I won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashed it in to beat The Big Show for my first World Heavyweight Championship. Can you believe it? Daniel Bryan is the new World Heavyweight Champion! But for every step forward, it seemed like I took 2 steps back. One was pretty big. When at WrestleMania in 2012, I lost the world title in just 18 seconds. Oh man! A rope kick by Sheamus! Oh my God! Sheamus is the world champion! That may be one of the fastest title changes in the history of WrestleMania! After that, I was angry and wanted to blame a lot of people for my failure. But it actually led to one of the most enjoyable times of my career. Daniel Bryan's forced to go to anger management with that man. No! I formed an unlikely partnership with Kane. Shut your mouth right now. The devil's favorite demon is nothing without the world's toughest vegan. No! 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 Kane is one of my favorite people. We almost have the same sense of humor. Daniel Bryan and Kane hug it out tonight. This is the most awkward and weird thing I've ever seen. There we go. Yes, they hugged it out. Anger management.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Ooh! Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Wicked clothesline. You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no accident when Kane delivered a hateful choke slam on Bryan. It just so happened that Daniel landed on their opponent long enough to gain the pinfall. I can't foresee that being the outcome against the champions, though.
This must be it! Oh, my.
Ooh, what impact. There's the tag. I don't think this is going to be good, Corey. Oh, man, what a boot. Well, if you're a believer in anger management therapy, then Dr. Shelby has done a great job with Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Well, what if I'm not a believer in anger management therapy? Mind you, therapy from some quack doctor that I'm pretty sure was certified on the internet, if at all.
Well, Corey, they are out here trying to work together right now. This is at least some testament to how much of an impact anger management has helped. Guys, when the WWE Universe has the power on Monday Night Raw, they can be really nutty. Case in point, a few weeks ago, the WWE Universe voted on social media to have Daniel Bryan and Kane hug it out in the middle of the ring. Yes, folks, hug it out.
Yeah, it was not a sight we usually see in a WWE ring. Kane and Daniel appeared to be two people that have never given a hug in their whole life. An awkward moment that showed they both still had a ways to go in their anger management.
I think I hear R-Truth calling out for help from Little Jimmy. Maybe Truth should ask Kofi first. Leading up to this match, a lot of praise was thrown on Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion and both having time as United States champion. Well, Daniel Bryan has his accolades as well.
Of course, Daniel Bryan won the United States Championship at this same pay-per-view 2 years ago against The Miz. He also went on to win a Money in the Bank and become a World Heavyweight Champion.
Bringing up Daniel Bryan's time as World Heavyweight Champion, he did lose that title in only 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Why? Why do you have to go and bring that up, Saxton? You know Daniel's in a fragile state right now, and you bring up a moment where he was caught off guard and hit by a now outlawed Brogue Kick.
Tag made here. Oh, this is going to be bad. Shoulder tackle. Kofi Kingston is obviously showing concern for Art.
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael. Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being on the same page.
Same page? Daniel and Kane aren't even reading the same book, whereas Kofi and Truth are finishing each other's sentences.
Boom, what impact! You talk about being on the same page, and Truth and Kofi certainly are. But wouldn't you think Kane and Daniel Bryan's shared experience in anger management can create a chemistry of sorts?
Kofi and Truth have held those titles for 5 months. You'd be ridiculous to think that trust falls and yelling at kids wearing goat masks for a couple of weeks is going to get you the same kind of chemistry the tag team champions have.
I need to say, guys, if Daniel Bryan and Kane can work together and win here tonight, Dr. Shelby deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Cole, but I have it on good authority that Dr. Shelby isn't even a certified therapist. My sources on the health board say he dropped out of medical school to visit Tibet on some kind of spiritual excursion. That guy's a fraud.
And R-Truth evades that one.
R-Truth has him in his sights. Here comes R-Truth.
Impact.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
He may get the 3 count right here.
This is it.
2. Looking to catch him off guard there, I guess.
Nice kick out there.
Oh, and it's a reversal. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Cover here.
We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these two need. What they need is respect from the WWE Universe. These Yes Chance fans do are an absolute mockery to Daniel Bryan. I don't blame him one bit for being angry.
Kane gets tagged in.
So...
You know, Corey, I see Daniel's issues with the S-Champ, but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, even in Montreal, where we were for Raw this past week, the crowd chants, "We, we, we." So these yes-chants are becoming bilingual.
Oh, very cute, Cole. Daniel Bryan's just a few feet away, and you're doing that. You should see if your friend Dr. Shelby does sensitivity training as well, because you need it.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been hard.
How to...
for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was...
Here comes Michael. Oh, that's what's up.
R-Truth back in control here.
That might be the end of Kane tonight. And no luck against Kane there. Kane.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
You know, I have to say, I've seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there.
Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Drop kick. Kingston's in trouble.
The
Kane
are in peril. The Big Red Machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
No, not at all. He felt like he was in control. Now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging on to the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is happening?
And knocks Kane off the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champions.
Oh, my God.
No way.
Yes way.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
What we just saw is two men in Kane and Daniel Bryan. Who can't stand each other.
Team Hell No had a great run, but like most tag teams, Kane and I eventually went our separate ways, and I returned to pursuing my goal of winning singles titles. I need to win the WWE Championship.
Hello.
This time I had a series of matches with Randy Orton.
What's up, man?
Greater effect on my career than I could imagine.
Great, now I gotta fight Randy Orton.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
So I gotta get him in a, with Randy Orton stunned in the corner, press X to perform a strike 3 times.
Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
Shot block. Elbow finds its mark. I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys you don't want to lose, especially to each other.
Look, we did see things get heated earlier tonight, but I think there's still a level of respect here. Neither is going to cheat to defeat the other. It's all about proving that you are the best.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Saxton, you were blathering about these guys.
Wait. Match rules. DQ off.
As being respectful, and I gotta dispute you. Orton's done some despicable things to get ahead, and Bryan certainly wasn't respectful when he cashed in Money in the Bank on the Big Show. You do what you can to get ahead in this industry.
Corey, that's all in the past. The WWE Universe loves both these guys because they're all about competition, not cheating.
Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to the unforgiving steel ladders that play in a Money in the Bank match. breaker.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
And he's heading back in.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
Guys, Bryan has Orton reeling. The so-called weak link is edging even closer to a victory.
It would be a massive upset if Bryan beat the 9-time WWE Champion.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield at WrestleMania. Look out! This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref.
I did not mean to do that. That did not go as planned. Move thief.
Stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count-out, DQ, or an injury in this match. One of these guys is going to be pinned or submitted at the conclusion of this street fight.
Incredible!
There was a lot of force behind that one.
What a stomp!
Good grief!
He's making a statement here with this attack. Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield. Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that,
here we go, here we go!
You gotta believe this one's over. This one's over, guys. Does Orton even know where he is?
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
When this guy's on, look out.
Hung out to dry. Oh! But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
We're seeing 2 favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but I made a good call here tonight.
It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over. And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way. Oh no, Randy Cutter never ceases to amaze me.
The Vipers, he's going for the pin. 1. He's a long way from the 3 count, I can tell you that.
I don't think his opponent was expecting that.
How these superstars are even still in this match is beyond me, especially given how intense the match has been. Oh, success breeds success, and he's definitely having some right now.
Oh, so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Powerbomb! Oh, the yes lock is cinched in.
Walks in. What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, debilitating elbow drop.
He wants to do this in the ring.
Yes, I do.
Oh, nasty impact.
You don't.
This could be all she wrote.
Gonna leave a mark permanently.
That should do it. One of the most amazing combinations you will ever see.
Nailed it. Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one. Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
Ooh, what impact. Reverses that one.
How do you reverse it?
Orton's hit Bryan with everything in his arsenal. I wouldn't be...
He goes for the cover. 1, 2. He's got some fight left in him.
I don't know where he's finding the strength to stay in this one. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Here it comes. He's got it. And here comes RKO!
That just happened.
To think.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. What? Oh, he kicked out. Unbelievable. Not yet. Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, continuing to punish them. There's a pin now. 1 and an early kick out. Amazing. Escapes trouble there. There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
You gotta believe this one's over.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now. Randy Orton got the worst end of that stick.
There it is.
Did you hear that? Ooh.
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
Orton looking for something big. Uh-oh. We've got to cover. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton with an emphatic win.
The Viper victorious.
We've got some time to take another look at some of the highlights from that one.
And so it goes.
Here is your winner. He is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Orton wins here, cementing his place atop WWE.
And Daniel Bryan still cannot break through.
Few things are more rewarding than that feeling of keeping your opponent's shoulders down for the 3 count.
As hard as it will be not to think about that amazing match we just saw, we must move on here, guys. A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE Champion Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan. He hasn't had the best track record with allies this year.
That's true, Byron. Orton put his neck out for the Big Show to help him and Sheamus take on the Shield at WrestleMania. That match ended with Big Show punching out both his partners. Whack!
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
And there's his speed paying off. Up against the barrier now.
I think that barrier might be the only thing holding him up.
I think you're right.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship. He's won the Royal Rumble and has been WWE Champion 9 times. Look at this. Oh, an elbow drop. Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume, too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever. Hooked up and
backdrop suplex.
He may not like being called a weak link, but these attacks have to be weakening Daniel Bryan.
Well, if this keeps up, the GOAT may be soon led to slaughter.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step 1 in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
He has something big planned. There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to the unforgiving steel ladders at play in a Money in the Bank match.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one. Beautiful technique. You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
The yes lock is in. Wow. The yes lock is in.
Unreal.
It's in. Locks in. What's Randy Orton going to do? There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Ooh, he goes down hard.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to fade now.
Taking off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
This might be big. Randy Orton's methodical attacks are starting to take their toll on the man he considers a weak link.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. The quick reversal there by Randy Orton.
Painful attack, focused on the chest.
Here he goes.
Incredible combo.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Very impressive, but is it enough to end it here?
This might be it. Oh, my. The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now. Does Orton even know where he is?
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy, did Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it. Weeks of anticipation. Patient finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena, against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
Look at this. Kicks out in the nick of time.
Still seems a little early. The elbow!
We have to credit John Cena for handpicking Daniel Bryan for this opportunity tonight. Cena respecting Daniel as an athlete and competitor. He says Bryan is going to put up one hell of a fight tonight.
Look, let me decipher that for you. In John Cena code, put up one hell of a fight means I'm John Cena and you're going to lose because I'm the man around here. Cena chose Bryan because he wanted to ride the wave of Bryan's sudden popularity and give himself what he feels is an easy win.
suplex.
Very nice.
He's looking at it. Is he done? Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
That big elbow pad Cena's sporting could become a target.
Daniel Bryan's a submission specialist. You know he's game plan for that elbow.
Something we'll have to keep an eye on.
On the topic of Cena and Bryan being proud superstars, pride is woven into the fabric of both men. And Daniel Bryan does not feel respected by John Cena. Daniel Bryan is hopefully on his way to greatness, but he's not at John Cena's level yet.
John's just trying to teach Daniel a lesson. What's Daniel's catchphrase? Respect the beard? Respect in WWE is earned. Bryan could be hot right now, but only if he's good enough to take John Cena's title. Then he'll earn Cena's respect.
Guys, there's a stark difference in the accolades between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Bryan's never held the WWE Championship, while John Cena has held it 11 times.
But Daniel Bryan argues that John can't possibly be able to understand what he's feeling. How could Cena understand the hunger? Understand the desire Daniel has to hold the WWE Championship just once.
The ref got hit hard there.
He may not get back up, Cole.
Boom, what impact. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, this isn't going to end well for someone. There it is.
Hurricane Rana.
Oh, debilitating elbow drop. This is the Cena that's just about unstoppable. Ugh. Harsh impact.
And here's John Cena.
Nobody does it quite like him. But
it's going to take more than that to keep him down.
It's going to take more than that.
Here it comes. He's got him. He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does. Oh!
The tension, the drama, this is electric.
Oh, nasty impact.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Daniel Bryan's been showing shades of his former mentor, Shawn Michaels, here tonight.
Well, Cena's very familiar with Michaels, but Bryan has a greater striking game than HBK ever did.
Wow, elbow! He's going for it all. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Look out! This is the title match we've all...
Incoming.
Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
Look out, there he goes.
Knocked right off his feet.
His shoulders are down.
Nailed.
Oh, and he connects.
There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
I'll tell you what, this is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at work or school, that's for sure.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Daniel Bryan is putting up more than a hell of a fight right now.
Back now inside the ring.
The end may be near.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Impressive combination kicks. I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena? Well, John Cena's in a real bad spot. This could end it in a hurry.
Leg is trapped, there it is.
STF, the STF locked in. Is he going to make him tap?
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena?
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
I was never a fan of showboating, but there is a time and a place for it. Just ask Cena.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Here we go for the win.
He's a long way from the 3 count, I can tell you that.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
And here's John Cena.
Knuckle shuffle. Game, set, match.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2. You can't teach the type of tenacity we're witnessing here. Unreal.
How? How?
He knows he's in trouble. Here we go. John Cena's
Attitude adjustment. Wow, that was incredible. That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of the match, guys.
John Cena does it again.
John Cena out-wrestled Daniel Bryan.
These superstars put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Man, oh man, look at that.
Here is your winner, and still WWE
to the WWE. Weeks of anticipation finally lead. Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most polarizing individual. WWE history, John Cena against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time. Since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE. Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months.
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to... Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
Interesting quote from John Cena at the SummerSlam press conference this past Tuesday in L.A. John Cena told Daniel Bryan, and I quote, "You have an opportunity this Sunday not only to gain my respect, but will Daniel Bryan be the next Rock? Will he be the next John Cena? Or will he be the first Daniel Bryan?" Interesting quote from Cena as they head into this match. Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler.
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena against a man with an incredible groundswell of support. Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most... Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena, against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan